Well, hello and welcome. I hope you're all having a fantastic day wherever you are. And I'm here with an update. As we know, Meghan spoke to her friend Courtney at an event, and here are some highlights. So let's get straight into this. So, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, joined author and lifestyle creator Courtney Adamo for a Godmother bookstore live stream on Wednesday, on October the 23rd. The Duchess also shared intimate details of how she is raising her daughter, Lili and Archie, who is 6. First thing I do when I wake up in the morning is turn the music on in the house, she shared. And when she's traveling with her family, she revealed that she takes a portable speaker along so that she can continue the music routine as well as a scented candle. Meghan said, "I always travel with a candle. I'm so conscious and sensitive to fragrance, and I associate that with home," the Duchess said, and went on to share the sweet anecdote, especially focusing on her daughter Lilibet. Lilibet came up during Meghan's explanation about Rose and Thorn, which is a conversation tool that encourages people to share one good thing and one bad thing about their day. Meghan said the technique comes in handy when kids reach a certain age where they're often only giving yes or no answers. So she said, "Our daughter, she's 4 and she's a very strong personality. And she's incredible. And now she's in this moment where I say, 'What's your rose and your thorn?' And she goes, 'My day was just a blast.'" And the anecdote earned a laugh from the audience. Expounding more on Rose and Thorn, she says that is something that she's incorporated into her family. And I also have to say, I loved Meghan's look. Once again, exuding her signature style of timelessness. Her toned arms were on full display in a chic brown tank top, which she styled with matching slacks. And her hair was slicked back in a bun, and she opted for minimal makeup. As we know, it really does complement her. And the Duchess went on to share later on in the conversation, opening up about the fact that she admits that she sometimes puts pressure on herself to deliver for her guests when she throws dinner parties at her and Harry's home. Saying to the sold-out in-store event and the viewers watching online to focus on the home instead and the experience of being with loved ones rather than stressing over tiny details or strict itineraries. To help remove the pressure, Meghan prepared her kitchen in such a way where she allowed guests to serve themselves, which she loves. And the Duchess of Sussex shared her approach to entertaining. Her secret to making guests feel at home at her Montecito mansion, that loving space with her husband Prince Harry and her children, is that she opens the door barefoot with an apron on. "It demystifies," Meghan said. "People walk in and go, 'Oh, she's in this with me.' And what are they drawn to? Your kitchen. They come right in and suddenly everyone's a little bit softened." Rather than offering guests a cup of tea, Meghan said she prefers to have cider or hot toddy on the stove, inviting everyone to help themselves. The Duchess said, quote, "I love people being able to serve themselves and having things on the stove that everyone can help themselves to. I always have music on in the background," end quote. The event, titled "Compare Notes on Creating a Home That's Filled with Joy," took place at the Summerland bookstore Godmothers and was moderated by the store's co-founder, Victoria Jackson. It also featured Adamo's new book, The Family Home. So Meghan revealed that her and Courtney go way back. Meghan revealing that they first met as freshmen at Northwestern University, where they became friends and sorority sisters. This was also quite interesting. She recalled a time when she and Adamo were in the same sorority in Northwestern University and had planned to make a trip from their home back to school in Chicago, Illinois in 2001. And Meghan shared that they were meant to fly to Chicago, and they didn't because 9/11 happened on that day and the audience was stunned. So she said the two of them ended up driving 30 hours over 3 days, 10 hours a day from Los Angeles to Chicago together at one of the most, as she said, fragile and tender times in the country. Meghan said the moment made her realize the importance of community and what people need in moments when they want to feel safe, saying, quote, "And there's no safer place you feel than in your home." During the chat, Meghan shared that she and Adamo backpacked through France on spring break, enjoying crepes along the way. In fact, Meghan did go on to expound on this, saying that there was a time that they had lost touch along the way, but she saw her on Instagram in a van with her husband and her children. And Adamo had said that she and her family felt like that was the right fit for them. She said that there was a time her daughter, I think, was talking to her in the back seat before they made that move. And she said she found herself drowning her daughter out. She was not listening to what she said. So she said the whole setup that they had was not right for them. They decided to sell everything, get a minivan, and they just had this tremendous journey all over the world with their children. And you could tell that she is a hands-on mom. So it was great to see the rapport that her and Meghan have, and of course the long-standing friendship that they have. That is fantastic. I did not know that. So it's also good to see that Meghan is supportive of her old friends, even giving spotlight to this book by lending her presence to this event. That was an aside. Let's go on. So both moms, Meghan, who of course we know is mother to Archie and Lili, and Adamo, who has 5 children between 8 and 20, swapped stories about parenting and the lessons they try to instill at home. Throughout the event, the pair reflected on everything from motherhood to creativity, including the value of boredom for children's imagination. And as Meghan put it, the importance of deep belly laughing with your friends instead of sharing a laughing emoji. And I've got to say that Meghan was so eloquent on this topic. In her own life, she reflected on the moments where they would have those long road trips and she would be staring out of the window wondering, are we there yet? I know a lot of us can relate with that. And she said that as she would look out of the window, she found her imagination had a chance to flourish. And she went on to emphasize those moments of boredom for children. They are important because, as we know these days, a lot of children have, and this is no judgment on anyone, they tend to have a lot of devices in hand, iPads to pass time. And her and Courtney, so wonderfully, once again, they did touch on this point. Children need those moments of boredom because that's when they're able to tap into their creative energy inside of them. And even as Courtney said, sometimes parents can overstructure their children's day and not leave much room for imagination. So they are so intuitive as parents, and I love how hands-on they are. And you can see that they are raising children who their minds can imagine and dream up the most wonderful things. And that is truly key for young minds that are developing. So I've got to say here, it is fantastic to see Meghan out and about. She has been on the road this month. We've seen her doing so much. And this is one more time for her just to show up for her friend and put a spotlight on her book. I'm sure for her sales are through the roof with all of the spotlight that Meghan has brought with her presence to that event. And I would like to know from you all, which were your standouts about this in the comments section. I would love to know your thoughts. As always, Meghan, she was looking very fresh-faced and rejuvenated for this event. I love the brown outfit that she was wearing, her hair tied back, and her makeup neutral and complimentary of her features. She was just amazing for this event, showing up for her friend, helping her, by the way, with a microphone. I love that clip when all of it started off. Her friend was a bit nervous and her microphone was too low, and Meghan, ever the friend, ever the hostess, lifting up her microphone to her and helping her speak out. And also, by the way, it was noted that Meghan did bring some of her as ever wine and gifted it to those present. Meghan put on her hostess hat and whisked lucky attendants away to the bookstore patio where she served up glasses of the beautifully crafted Sauvignon Blanc from her wine line as ever. Ever the wonderful hostess. So yes, what an event. As I mentioned before, well attended, sold out, in fact, and streamed online. And what a moment for them just to open up and share so many insights. So, once again, I would like to know what are your thoughts, standouts, and highlights on the story in the comment section below. We would love to know your thoughts. And now, before we log off, allow me here to thank those of you who support this channel financially and shout out a couple of you here by name. A very special thank you to you, Lauren Hamburg. From the depth of my soul, kindly accept my appreciation for just the way you have gone above and beyond in showing constant encouragement and support. I appreciate you more than words could express. You have truly been such a valued part of this community and have been inspiring in your altruism. Thank you. We appreciate you for the kindness. And my prayer is that God may bless you exceedingly abundantly above all you could ask or think. Thank you for being a light. Once again, thank you to all who support this channel financially, to those who like, comment, and share. I appreciate you all. If you liked this update, give it a thumbs up, click subscribe, follow on social media. Links will be in the cards and in the pinned comment. Have a great day and keep it here for more. And I'll catch you in the next one. Have a blessed one.